Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie.
Thanks for connecting. And if you like what you hear, please share. Thanks for joining us for this week's episode.
Special thank you to our sponsors of Marketing with Russ, Haugen's Gallery, Capital Mortgage Source, and Shortstop's Hamburgers, Shakes, and Fries. For more information on Haugen's Gallery and their personal branding photography and portraits, go to haugensgallery.com. And for more information about Capital Mortgage Source in Corvallis, Oregon, go to capitalmortgagesource.com. And finally, for more information on Shortstop's Hamburgers, Shakes, and Fries in Albany, Oregon, go to southpawspizza.com. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. So glad that you joined us today, even in the midst of me trying new things in the intro and making little mistakes. But you know what? That's what life's all about. You got to be real. You got to get out there and you got to try things, and you learn as you go sometimes, even though I've been doing this for years. So I love it. I love it. I know the truth is you're never supposed to point that out, but you know what? I think sometimes that just makes you real. We're just trying to make things as realistic and authentic as possible, because that's the kind of conversations we have here on Marketing with Russ. Paula Naeff, that's on with me today, is going to be amazing. She is coming to me from Switzerland, which we both are having rainy days, but I think I might rather be in Switzerland than be here today. So we'll see. Anyway, I'm just so excited for that conversation. But before we get to that, we got some things to do. So glad that you're here. And you know, Marketing with Russ, excuse me, aka #RussSelfie, is on every Thursday and Monday and Thursday. There you go, at 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time for your viewing and listening pleasure. That's right. Not only do we live stream first, and then it becomes a video podcast and sits on the social media that we broadcast on, which is LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. It sits there for how long? For infinity and beyond. That's right, forever. It's always there. So you can go back and watch it and share it and comment and do all kinds of things. So much value, so much value. You know, that's one thing that I love to talk to my sponsors about. And I am so thankful for the sponsors of this show that make this show possible. Once again, please visit our sponsors. If you're in the local area, reach out and check them out. If you're not in the local area, online, we give you that information. But so thankful for that. And they get continued promotion as well, because it sits there forever for them. So also after that, so we're going live stream, video podcast, guess what? Then it converts to audio podcast. You can listen on iTunes, you can listen on Spotify, Amazon, whatever your favorite listening platform is, whatever your whatever your pleasure is as far as that goes. So that you can do if you don't have time to watch the video. You can just listen as you drive along or as you walk along and do whatever. As you take your morning walk with your dog, like I do every morning, you can listen to Marketing with Russ. There you go. Anyway, I'm so thankful that you're here. No matter how you're viewing or listening, so blessed by this amazing, amazing audience that's with us, this amazing, amazing community that is with us every day. So thank you for that. Also, just want to kind of give you some ideas. So if you're new to this show, welcome. Thanks for being here. This show is all about how amazing people connect. And if you've heard that before, I want to encourage and inspire you. Keep connecting, keep building community, keep it up because that is the foundation for any good marketing plan, any good business, any good life, really. So get going, keep doing that today. I love to connect, and the best way to connect with me is at russhedge.com. That's russhedge.com. You can get all the information about me. Anything that you need is there at russhedge.com. That's right. So if you want to connect with me via social media or email, by phone number, or even schedule time on my calendar, you can do that today and we can Zoom. I would love to connect with you today. So please do that. Also, if you would please subscribe to our YouTube page. I'm telling you, my YouTube page is starting to grow steadily. And so if you can reach out today and just type in, actually, you could open a separate tab right now. Type in marketingwithruss.live. There you go. If you know the name of the show, you know how to get to my YouTube page. Marketingwithruss.live will take you directly there. You can hit subscribe. You're done. That easy. So if you haven't done it yet, please do it today. We would love for you to be part of that community. Also, share this out, will you? And tag your friends today because you want people to know they don't want to miss Paula. How often do you get to hear from and talk to a person in Switzerland? In the comments, you can ask questions. In the comments, you can actually connect with other people and with Paula. She will be, all of her information will be there as well. She would love to connect with you today. So please do that today. Share it, tag your friends, and also want to remind you at russhedge.com, you can go to buy book now, or you can go to Amazon, get any of my books, including right behind me there, Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose. That's right. My number one book. Just in the last 8 months or so, 8 or 9 months, I've come out with 4 collaborative books. The newest one, the newest 2 actually, Beyond Boundaries, amazing, amazing anthology with amazing other authors. We have collaborated together, and I'm telling you, Dr. Constance Leland did a great job with that. You want to check that out. Also, Perspectives on Cancer. Again, collaborating with amazing authors that either have cancer or are cancer supporters. And that is all available at russhedge.com or on Amazon. I'd love for you to pick one of those up today. Finally, the last thing we're going to do is the marketing tip of the day. So are you ready? This is the marketing tip of the day. We're going to get this going. We cut this out. And what we do is we make this available separately so you can actually share this or just watch this by itself again if you want to remember what I said. Little snippets of value we like to add on Marketing with Russ, the marketing tip of the day. So you ready? Here we go. This is your marketing tip of the day. Be real and be friendly. You know, when I first started this journey, I started off with 5 tips on how to connect with people. And one of them was be real and be friendly. What does that mean? Sounds pretty self-explanatory to me. You need to be real, authentic with people. You know what? Why not just be yourself because everybody else is taken, right? You've heard that quote. So be yourself, be real, authentic. That's what draws people, and be friendly, right? Just be friendly. Just make friends, say hi. It doesn't have to be a complicated, long conversation. You don't have to, there's not a whole bunch of expectations. You just need to be you, be real, and be friendly. Authenticity is the key to drawing others to you. If you're trying to be somebody else, there's so many people just really trying to live somebody else's life. And don't do that. Live your life. Be you. Be authentic. Today, that's going to be your secret sauce when it comes to your marketing or your business. So don't forget, be real and be friendly. And that is your marketing tip of the day. All right. So that gets cut out separately. As you can tell, we packaged that so we can pull that out of there. And also, I hope that added value to you today. really, this is for everybody. And I just appreciate all of you for being here today. We're going to get Paula in the room and get this thing started because she is ready to go. I see her back there smiling and ready. Here she comes. Paula Naeff. Woohoo.
Hello, here we are.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you. How are you?
I am good. I'm good. Now that my friend Paula's here, I'm all good, ready to roll.
Yeah, let's roll.
Let's do it. Listen, let's start by you giving everybody a little snippet on who is Paula and what are you up to? Let's start from the beginning.
Yeah, how long do we have? Let's start from the beginning. There we go. I adjusted my position here to be comfortable. Well, I'm from Finland originally. Let's start from there. So I do live in Switzerland. However, I am from Finland. And all through the world, I ended up in Switzerland, intending to be here for trying for 1 year, and now it's been 23 years. So I
Wow.
guess, it's a long year, but I like it.
I'm glad you like it. That's a good
Yeah.
start.
Yeah. I mean, and it's a long story how I ended up doing what I do, which is right now it's a high performance coach. I coach athletes mainly on high performance and getting to peak performance, getting to their goals of if they're young, so becoming pro, if they're pro, continuing on that journey and figuring out what the identity is and who am I in terms of after the sport and to be healthy mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all throughout this career and this life. So, yeah, that's kind of what I do right now, but it started from ballet for me. That's my sport. That's my art,
Wow.
my sport.
Well, it's interesting. You and I had talked about that because I was involved in some dance and also was playing football at the time when I was taking ballet. And I'm
Mm.
telling you, anybody who thinks that's for a bunch of mamby-pambies needs to take a ballet class and realize how difficult it is, and then also how much help it is. In fact, years ago, they discovered in football how important that was for balance and athleticism and everything, that ballet and dance actually helped the athletes, right?
Exactly. That's why, I mean, that I bring that element to my athletes. And right now I am coaching and I'm looking for more running backs who are college athletes going to the NFL. That's their goal. And that's really where ballet, for me, from my perspective and from the perspective of all my clients, has been absolutely game changing. Not just ballet, I have to say, the other element that I bring physically is Pilates, which is core training. And so, in a way that if you're not taught Pilates anywhere, you would not come to do these exercises in any way. And they're challenging, very challenging. Even if you're
Oh, yeah.
strong and you're well trained, you're fit, they challenge you. So these are the two
Yeah.
physical elements that I bring.
It's interesting because I have a short story, and that is I was at a networking meeting and was actually leading the meeting. So I was speaking to the host, and they had a studio where they did a combination of Pilates, yoga, and ballet. And so they challenged me and a couple of people, hey, come show up for a class. Sure, I knew it was gonna be hard, but I said, "Sure, I'll do it," and I convinced my 2 other people in my group, 2 other leaders to come with me. Well, bottom line is, who's the only one that showed up, first off, right? Showing up is so important, so I showed up as nervous as I could be, and so I go to this class all by myself. Everybody's in the class. I walk in the back. First of all, I walk in with my shoes on, which I find out is a no-no, but the instructor is so kind that she slowly comes back to me and whispers in my ear that I need to take my shoes off. So I said, "Thank you." So I did. Then she says, "Wait, I've got a really good spot for you," and moves me all the way to the front, in the very front of the class. Now, I have no idea what I'm doing, and she's put me in the front of the class, and it is very hard. In fact, when you go in these poses, everybody, because Paul, I know you know this, your heart starts beating like crazy. And you're talking about getting a workout with feeling like you're really not doing much, but it just, oh my goodness, it's crazy stuff. So I also am the only male in a class of women. I'm trying not to look like the creepy guy, but I have to glance around to see how people are doing things because I don't even know what I'm doing. So I'm trying to carefully glance a little just to see if I can figure out how to do what I'm doing. The instructor helps me a little bit, but it was kind of like it was a very eye-opening experience. And after that, she invited me back again. In my mind, I thought, yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going back to that again. But it was good and it was very hard. So talk to me a little bit more about, so I love this whole athletic thing. Talk to me more about how you got started with athletes. I mean, you started in ballet, but what made you think to reach out to athletes and work on peak performance?
Well, it all started about 3 years ago when, well, I figured what would have been really helpful for me when I was young. And that was all these life tools. There's tools for confidence and self-love and being able to kind of take a distance from your own thoughts and also take a distance from all kinds of like criticism and like your identity, which at that point for me and for a lot of people who are, whether you're a dancer or any other high performing athlete, you kind of identify yourself solely on your sport. So everything you are seems to be that. For me, it was dance. And so to be able to kind of figure out, well, I'm just more than this. Like there is more to this. And I thought, well, this would have been really helpful for me because I went through so many struggles after dancing so intensely and then that not becoming my career. I went through a burnout and a long, long, long depression. And I have, done my very unscientific figuring out process that a lot of it had to do with this ballet background, which was very harsh and very critical, especially from myself, and also the comparison, all these things. And so I thought, well, why would I be teaching or, be serving people of my age? I want to be serving those young people who are right now 16, 17, whatever. And they can use these tools now. They can start building a toolkit for confidence, for resilience, for joy, for all these things that you need to be able to, first of all, kind of survive everything that comes at you, whether you make it as a pro or no, whether you're already a pro and you just have to keep on working. It's hard work and it's a hard environment sometimes. And so I developed an app. It came to me in a dream. I was like, this is what I need to do. Well, first came the name in a dream. I wrote it on a piece of paper. It was like TIM, this is me. I didn't know what the name was for, but I knew whatever I will do, this is the name. And so then, and after that came the thought of making an app with programs. It was COVID time, so app made sense. And so I made a program inside for the confidence training, and I developed other programs, started working with dancers. And then that was someone said, oh, that sounds like coaching. So then I figured, wow, I'm doing coaching. I love this. And then at some point it developed into, well, why only dancers? Because I mean, all athletes, regardless of your sport, are going through the same. If you're in high level, you're a high performer, or you have goals that are, either becoming pro or going to the Olympics, whatever it is that you have as a goal, is a high goal and you can achieve it, but you need to have the mental, stability. You need to have the mental strength, the resilience, the ability to always find your why and your joy in what you do, and to be able to serve others and to see beyond yourself when you do that. And so that's how I started with other athletes. And now I'm just so excited.
Yeah, well, and I love that because I think all this tends to be life in general tends to be a process, right? We're on a journey and we're learning where we're at and where we think it really fits with others because really isn't the truth of it that we are trying to be a blessing and reach out and do the best we can for others in order to draw them into whatever our passion is, right? Because you have to be doing something that attracts people. Otherwise, you're going to have a struggle in any business. So I just love that though, because there's so many things people don't think about. And in high performance, I can tell you there's a lot of people that just don't think, okay, I'm going to ballet, I'm going to dancing, I'm going to these things. So, and so much of it you brought up already, but so much of it is in your mind and how you approach life. Do you also really spend time on skills as far as how your thought process is and all that kind of stuff? Because I know physically pushing through, I was talking to my daughter the other day about that, where you get to this part where you hit a wall and you've got to push through that physically to get to the other side. And then you actually make it and you feel okay. But that wall is where many people stop, right?
Exactly. When it gets hard,
Yeah.
when you hit like a plateau, or you feel like you're not moving forward at a speed, because moving forward is not like it's always the same speed. It doesn't always feel the same. I mean, I don't think we ever actually stop. We're not really stuck ever, because there's always movement. It's just that we're used to, especially as high performers, used to a certain kind of speed. Things move forward, you learn quickly and you pick it up and you move forward, you're growing and you're learning more. And if something happens, whatever it is, and you don't usually know what, but a moment comes when you feel like, I'm not able to get to the 100%. I'm not able to, I know there's more that I can give, but for some reason, there's something holding me back, or there's something that I feel is stopping me to getting there. I know these moments of peak performance. I know I've been there. There's been the flow, and I've been in the zone, and the performance was absolutely top. And at some point, you feel like you can't get there. And that's when especially the mental game comes into play, because you got the physical, unless you're injured, of course, but you got the physical thing, your body is in a good shape. The skills, you don't lose your skills really. You keep training, you keep practicing, you have the skills. And the third element is the mental part. All those three parts, the body and the skills and the mental part, they have to be at the same level. So usually if someone hits a plateau or it feels like they're stuck, it's because the mental part is lagging behind.
Yeah. Well, I agree. I think the mental part is one of the most important parts, because I think that it's kind of like, it reminds me of smokers. And I
Hmm.
know you're going to think this is a weird analogy, but a smoking addiction is more mental than it is physical. How do I know this? Well, I had two parents who were addicted to smoking,
Mm.
and they, my mama went into the hospital for a situation where she had to be in the hospital for a couple weeks. She got past the physical addiction. She could not have smoked that whole time. The physical withdrawals and that part of it was gone. It was gone because 2 weeks coming out, that part's over. The mental part, however, she went back to her normal routine, which included smoking a cigarette, and it just jumped right back into it. Even though I told her, Mama, you don't need to pick a cigarette up. You've got past the physical part of it. You just
Hmm.
got it in your mind, right? And that is so, so hard. And so also with our physical performance, reaching that peak performance, so many of us get to that point where we're used to our normal routine, right? We need a coach or somebody like you to break that up, because what are we doing? We are stuck in the same routine. We are caught in insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results.
Hmm.
I just had to change things. I'm a morning exercise guy, right? So I get up in the morning, but I could tell you through my last couple of years of my journey with cancer and all of that, it messed with all that. I still did it, but didn't really do it to where I didn't do it to the point where I really wanted to build physical strength and stuff. A lot of it was because I was not able to during part of it. But anyway, I had to get my whole thing back in there. And a big part of that was my mind. So I got with my beautiful wife, she and I joined a club, and we actually set a time that's actually in the afternoon, a time that worked for both of us. Not my normal peak time, but doing it with her motivates me. And now my adult 33-year-old daughter joined in, and she's doing part of it too. we actually encourage and inspire each other to keep going, right? Keep
Mhm.
doing this. And so that helps. You need people. And that's where a coach comes in. That's where Paula comes in, being able to help you, right? Inspire and encourage you, because so many people think, well, I already know how to do that. Well, let me
Mhm.
tell you what I always say, and Paula, then you can comment on this. Everybody that plays basketball, Michael Jordan knew how to dribble the ball. He knew how to shoot the ball, right? He knew how to
Mhm.
pass the ball. Why did he need a coach? He knew how to do those things because he needed to know how to do them better. And he also needed to be motivated to become better. And that is what a coach does. A coach pulls with what's within you out, giving you that strength and giving you additional knowledge, right?
Mhm.
Take it
And
away,
yeah,
Paul.
also points out like things that you don't see,
Right?
whether it's in the physical training, uh, you don't see yourself from the outside. You don't, because you're in your own life, right? So you cannot. You can imagine what it might look like, but you can't see it. And so whether it's physical or mental, someone needs to tell you. Like if you're really into it and you want to get better and you want to, make sure that you get to the next level, to the level that you want to be in, you need to have someone who's there, who is also able and willing to say things, for example, that you might not be so responsive or accepting to if they were like family members saying things, or friends, or things that, through your self talk, you would really not be able to tell yourself non judgmentally about yourself. But those things that you need to hear so that you can change your perspective, so that you can see things from a totally different angle, get new ideas, get curious. We forget sometimes how to be curious. You get
You're right.
curious about your own self. That's brilliant.
Yeah. No, you're totally right. I mean, it is something that we can do better together because, as I always say it, we're better together, right? We are
Hmm.
better together. We need to get everybody, listen to me out there, everyone. Every one of you, including me, needs a coach. Every one of us needs a mentor, needs somebody that we can rely on. I am blessed to be able to work with a couple coaches and mentors in my life that are a blessing to me, right? That I can reach out to. And I'm telling you, all of you need to take a moment and think about that, because do you want to live life going through that insanity circle, doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting different results? It's not going to happen, right? It's not going to happen. So, all right, with that, I want you to take the last couple moments here. Give us your gold nugget of today's conversation. What do you really want people to remember? And how do people get in touch with you? All right, take it away.
Well, one thing that I want people to remember is, which is in my name right there, confidence is visible. This is the beginning of my journey in this profession, and it is visible. It is, in the end, the thing that will set people apart at the highest level of any game. So work on your confidence, and the high level of any game will be achievable. And I think that's like a very essential, very simple thing, actually. It sounds simple. It might not be so easy, but it's simple. So that's one thing that I like to give to people. And how to get in touch with me? Well, the best place is either Instagram or LinkedIn or my website, timthisisme.com. And yeah, I think those three places already. There's a there's a code, or whatever, the link for booking a call, because like you said in the beginning, I do love to have conversations with people and get to know people. So there's an option for an espresso chat, I call them. It's a 15-minute chat just to get to know other.
Hey, espresso chat. I like that. That's right. A little coffee chat. Well, amazingly, that information showed up below you. And I want to remind everybody, in the comments and the show notes, all that information is there. You can click on it, go directly to our wonderful, amazing guest, Paula Naeff, today. And so I want you to remember, It is not too late to get started. Never a bad idea to have a good chat with people who might know more than you do in a certain area. You never want to be the smartest person in the room, so you want to keep searching for people who know more. I am constantly trying to do that. As I love what Jim Rohn said, that you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Those people are speaking into your life. Think about who are those people. How is that working? And you might have a different 5 for your personal life and your business life. Let's just think about in your business life, who is speaking into your life today? Who is speaking into what you're doing? Think about that because it's an important thing. So, Paula, amazing. Appreciate you so much having you here today. And this is the second live stream you've been on. We're just going to have to keep rolling and get you on all kinds of live streams. We're having fun. Love getting the word out of all that you're doing today. And yeah, so great. And I think that I connected you up with somebody, but if I didn't, let's talk afterwards because I have somebody that I want to make sure that I connected you with. So with that, thanks so much. I'm going to send you to the green room. Hang tight for just a second and have a blessed day.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, everybody, I am blessed to have amazing friends, people who are willing to spend their time with you, with me, give value. And today I want to encourage you. I understand everybody can't watch live. If you're watching on replay, got it. You just had a busy schedule this morning. Please put hashtag team replay. Let us know you were here. Make a comment. And it would be great if you would share this out. So much value. People aren't thinking about some of the things that Paul is talking about today. And so you need to be looking for people to improve whatever you're doing. And if you're not in athletics or you're not doing those kind of things, I understand. Not everybody's doing that, but you know people who are. So reach out to those people, even if they're young and just learning and trying to get on the right path. I'm telling you, this will be so critically good for them. And it's also good for your mind and your business. I tell you, trust me, I know that it's a very important thing. So with that, I just want to remind you that we are here on Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie, every Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time for your viewing and listening pleasure. And yes, it does convert to audio podcast. And we would love for you to listen on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, whatever your favorite podcast platform is. Please connect with me at russhedge.com today. Please subscribe to our YouTube page. You can go to marketingwithruss.live. Those are so simple. You know my name, you get to my website. There's free stuff there too, by the way. You know the name of the show, you can get to the YouTube page. There's amazingly great content there because of all the people that I'm blessed to know. Go to that live section, live tab, and look at all the shows and all the amazing people that are on there. And with also last note, please share this and tag your friends. Appreciate that so much. So today, it's going to be an amazing rest of the week. Looking forward to it. And I just want to thank you for being here. If you missed most of the show, don't forget you can watch on replay. Again, put hashtag team replay if I repeated that enough. And just want to thank you for being here today. Until we see you this Thursday, have an amazing day and amazing life. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Marketing with Russ, aka hashtag Russ Selfie. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss a single episode. Have an amazing day.